Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a brick breaker game in Scratch. If you don't know what brick breaker is, it's basically where you have that little paddle and you try to use the little ball that goes around the screen to break all these bricks that are on the top. So first, we're going to go to backdrops. We're going to choose a backdrop. And then you can pick any of these, or you could just make your own. But I am going to choose this one, Neon Tunnel, just because I think it looks pretty cool. However, I am going to do one thing with it. I think that looked like a pretty good backdrop. So, first, what we're going to do is that we're going to take this cat sprite and we're going to make it our player. And then we'll make the ball later. But first, we're going to remove the sprites. And then all you need to do, you can make anything you want from this. But all you really need is it's just a paddle. This basic gray line. Or red line. Why did I say gray? Then we're going to do when flag clicked forever. If touching, no, not touching. If key right arrow pressed, change X by, let's see, does negative 2% work? Negative 2 work? Nope. Okay, let's change this to 10. And then duplicate that, change this to left arrow, change that to negative 10. So this is the code that you need right now. And then we're just gonna have go to X0 and then Y, whatever Y level your paddle is at. Mine is at Y negative 30. Mine is at Y level negative 132. So now we can have a little paddle go back and forth with your arrow keys. If you're doing this on mobile, I'll show you how to do it on mobile. So we just go to paint and then okay, so I've got a little arrow here and I'm gonna put this right here and just fix that a little bit. So that's my arrow. Now I'm gonna go and say when flag clicked forever, if touching mouse pointer and mouse down, then so basically your finger is the mouse on mobile, just so you know. But you don't have arrow keys on mobile. So we're going to broadcast message 1, and then when I receive message 1, that's move negative 10 steps. So if we press it, it does work. Now we're going to do this again, but with, and then instead of making a new sprite, I'm just going to reverse the direction, and voila, we just put this right there. It's also a good idea to, at the beginning of the game, make sure to have a sprite's go-to position. Then here, instead, I'm just going to broadcast message 2. And when when the paddle receives message 2, it's going to move 10 steps. So if we press this button, perfect. And if we press this button, good. Now all I'm going to do is just shrink this. Okay, so now that we've got this compatible for both mobile and PC users, let's make the ball. We're just going to go to paint, or you could go to choose a sprite and use this ball. I am going to use these because they just work for me. So we're gonna do when flag clicked, forever. What we're gonna do, and yeah, we're gonna do forever. Repeat until touching player or so we're just gonna be doing or touching edge for now. We haven't put the blocks in. So we're gonna be doing, and then we're gonna have it move 10 steps. Oh, but then when it hits the edge, it just sticks to it. So this is the code that I have right now. So it first starts off at 0.56. It repeats until touching player. It moves 10 steps. Then when it touches the player or the edge, it'll turn 120 degrees. You can experiment around with this to see what works, but let's see what happens. Okay, so I guess he just gets stuck on the edge. Huh. Well, for the most part, it works. So I'm going to change it to pick random 100 to 120 degrees. See how it now bounces around the screen? So we're going to change this a little bit. So first, we'll change this in a bit. And then we're going to go to, no, not this. We're going to paint. But this is a solid color. And now we're going to make the blocks. And so you can make them whatever you want. I'm just going to have them like this. And this one. So it looks just like this. These are going to be the blocks. And we'll just make them a little bit smaller because they're a little large. And hold on a second. Okay. So we're gonna go to put him right here. Gonna have to go right. So go to that position. Then it says. Then we'll do. We're going to create clone of myself. Then we're gonna go like repeat times 3. change x by great clone of myself. Well, that's a little too large. So we go to 120. So here's how I'm kind of. So here is kind of how I have it. And wait a second. So this is how I have it. So basically, it goes to this position, then it creates two clones of each of itself. Then it goes to this position. Well, it makes clones here, and then it just makes clones down. So, and then lastly, we're gonna do this again, right down here. Go to y -5 and do the same thing. So we've got all of these. Now what do we do with them? Well, we're gonna do, when I start as a clone, forever, if touching ball, then we're going to delete the clone, but before we do that, we're going to wait 0.5 seconds. So we're going to do this and see how it gets destroyed. But the ball just has infinite pierce. And I guess this wait is just a little too long, so we're going to do that. And the reason why we want wait is for this. We're going to have touching player or touching blocks. And we're going to do forever. We're going to make another one. Move this. Then we're going to do if on edge bounce. So let's see. See, it kind of works now. Why isn't that? Oh, wait, we need hide. There we go. So I just added show to the start of here because it has to hide after it creates the clones. So we're also going to have this. We're going to go to the ball sprite and we're going to have it point in direction 180 when it starts. And we're going to have it wait 1 second to let everything load. And then it starts. Now it kind of looks like the sprites are a little too big. So, sorry that I kind of changed up the scripts a little bit. I was playing around with something to see if it would make it bounce better on the edge, but apparently it doesn't. I can't figure out how it works, so I'm kind of stuck with this. Plus, it gives kind of a more challenge. But there's only 9 bricks, and it's too easy to hit all of them. So let's make some more. What we're going to do is that we're going to shrink this down. We're going to try and repeat this 4 times. Okay, it's moving too far. Okay, guys, I'm back, and so I'll catch you up on everything that I did. So basically what I did is that I made these closer together. And so basically if you have a smaller if you have a different size block than me, which you can see, make sure your block is 7429 and then you can get these exact measurements I'll show them. Just go to x negative 118 all the way down. You start at 109 to set, then you go to 75, then to 42, then to 8, and lastly negative 25. So that's kind of how I did. So that's how I did mine. So that I just saw the ball hit a brick and it not. There we go. There we go. So we got the script working. Okay, so first we need this ball to go a bit slower so it can actually understand what is it doing. Because if it goes too fast, it could go through multiple yeah, sometimes the ball will get stuck. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, so this is how we're gonna have the game. So basically, the ball goes around and hits the bricks. They disappear. Right now, you can't really lose. But that's the last thing that we're going to be adding in this first part. Luckily, this ball is coming down. Ooh. There we go. Now we can stop, and so it's definitely doable. So next we're going to do our last sprite for this episode. And it's just going to be a black bar all across the bottom. So we're just going to have this go to 0, 0, and so it's just going to be right there. Next we're going to do when flag clicked, if touching ball, then stop all. We're going to have a switch to costume 1, then we're going to have a costume 2. The costume 2 is just going to be, it can be game over, you lost, whatever, because that's basically what happens. So this is what happens. Oh wait, forgot to put forever. This will happen. You lost. So that's basically how to make a basic brick breaker. In the next episode, I will show you how to make special blocks. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.